so that we burn electricity in the in the second stage. Is that wise? Because the second stage doesn't have solar panels. Jeb isn't napping somewhere on the craft. There isn't a seat for him. Okay, cool. That should be good. Check my staging. We've got side boosters, nominal, and the main center core. Then we've got launch clamp release. Then we've got side booster jettison with the Korolev cross. Then we've got the upper stage jettison with the upper stage engines, and then the fairing, then that fairing, and then the rest is crap. Gets into strange places, he does. Well, I'm using the DLC codecs, the RK7s. So there's quite a lot of engine bells to check. Just saying, check the flag. Now, I used to fly a lot with flags. I used to design a flag for every mission, but I just can't. I'm not a huge flag fan anymore. I don't know why. I think it was because it was time sinking me, and I was starting to not enjoy the game as much. T-minus 90 seconds. Standby for terminal count at T-minus 60 seconds. T-minus 60. Vehicle is on internal power. LOX loading is complete. Got the magic carpet ride. I'm not playing music for the launches anymore. I saved the VODs on YouTube, and YouTube don't like me doing music and stuff. I used to do, and Twitch doesn't like it either. I used to do it. T-minus 30. Engine chillback has begun. T-minus 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, ignition. Liftoff of the Union A. Starting roll program. Uh-oh, there is a little bit of off-nominal roll on the launch. That'll be because the payload's mass is kind of offset. It's okay. Roll program's complete. Starting to pitch down range. I've got extra delta V in this, so hopefully we'll be okay. I'm a little bit worried. Yeah, the roll program wasn't the best. It's because the center of mass is off compared to the center of thrust because of the payload. I was hoping it wouldn't be too much of an issue. It's not too much of an issue, it's just a little bit sketchy if I'm not careful. This is also an inefficient launch. Stand by for side booster jettison and the Korolev cross. We have a clean side booster jettison. The next main event is main engine cutoff. Yeah, this really is not an efficient launch, but that's because it keeps pushing over to the side and I'm having to try and correct it. This is a bad launch. Fairing has deployed. I'm a little bit worried that I'm not going to have the Delta V in the upper stage to complete what I want to do. We'll see. That was a bad launch. I'm off target ever so slightly. We have second stage separation. Hate it when your launches go bad. We'll see. Fairing set. We'll see. It's really pulling over now. Look, you can kind of see where the center of mass is on this thing, so I'm really having to like counterbalance it. We'll see. Let's get it into a parking orbit, and then when we get to the transfer, we'll just do it. It might be okay. I think I've got excess Delta V, so we are okay. Nominal orbital insertion. Yeah, and we've got excess Delta V. What's the damage on the descending node? Do you know what? I dealt with that really well during the launch. Wasn't too far off target. Yep. Nothing worse than a spoiled ham sandwich. Yeah, well, like I said, and the payload capability here is below target, so we're actually okay. Like I feel like, yeah, we're good. Do you know what I want to do? Actually, I want to turn these onto hibernation mode real quick. So let's do hibernation mode, because that will save electric charge. I think should lower the amount of, yeah, electric charge. Should be fine. Yeah, it will be fine now. I was a little bit worried because I was burning Delta V trying to correct the wobble that we had right at the beginning. But yeah. It's okay. Like I said, it was an offset center of mass, and I knew I had extra Delta V to be able to deal with that, so yeah, I'm not too worried. It looks ridiculous, actually. Alright, let's time warp. Whoops. Just going to keep that up so I can see how much electric charge we've got left. Let's get our circularization, and then we'll do the rest. Yeah, it's a shame that that's not functioning actually, because I have a because that's in nearly the correct position. But yeah, and that doesn't have any electric charge in, so it doesn't actually function. Spice! Hell yeah. Okay, let's go and do our transfer burn. Should be about there, I think. I am a little bit higher than normal, so... We can do it now. New Kerbal music? No, I've got a royalty-free music playlist on in the background. It's part of the YouTube library, so I know it's safe for YouTube. I mean, we could put the Kerbal music back on, actually, to be fair. Kevin MacLeod is still good music. Actually, do you know what I could do? I could add music files into the Kerbal directory thing, so then it play. Well, actually, I don't know if that would work. I don't want to mess up the game. I'm already bad at doing things from taking from a folder and putting it into another folder. So basically the aim of the game with this is to get the second stage transfer on a collision course with the Mon, and then these satellites can separate and do their own thing. That's what we do with the transfer stuff. I only need 800 meters a second for this transfer, so I've got extra delta V knocking around, really. I've got 200 meters a second extra, which is fine. Transmuter transfer burn has begun. A little bit off of the descending node. There we go. That'll do. Cool. So I can put that on hibernation. Shut down these engines because we no longer need them. Oh, I should have waited until I was further away. I should have unlocked that first. Please don't tell me I hit something. I do want to control from here, please. Do you know what? I really did not need that that big reaction wheel on these things. Where is the reaction wheel? Let's turn that down. So that is crazy high torque. There we go. That's much better. Where are we going to? We're going to 220, right? Can I not focus view on the Mun, please? Thank you. We're not quite equatorial here. Do I want to be equatorial? Like, how close to being equatorial do we actually want to be here? Because I could fix this. Ah. Close enough. It's still not quite equatorial, is it? Do we really want an equatorial orbit? If we're doing an equatorial orbit, then we're not going to have communication like up here all the time. But I'm probably not going to go to the poles when I go to the Mun. Where's my base going to be? My base is going to be here. So there might be an advantage of not being equatorial with the communication satellites. Close enough. We can always correct that with the RCS. 217 meters a second. Oh, hello? Now I've got 0 fuel. Oh wait, never mind. We got 500 meters a second. Panicked for a second there. Just make sure it is named correctly. Just curious real quick, because obviously I haven't used any of these. I will only transmit science from here if we get the contract that says transmit science. I'm not allowed to do like the sciencing until I get to Duna. That's my own rule. So Munsat 2500-01 is on its way. Oh, they have gimbals too. I didn't realize that had gimbal. I want to turn that gimbaling off. I have to do that on all the others. So let's be honest, we don't need gimbaling. Right, let's switch back over to the tracking station and get the next satellite deployed. The thing is, the thing that we want to avoid here is having 3 simultaneous capture burns. That's what we want to avoid. So that's in 1 day 07. UAC is here. do 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 do. Perfect. So I want to make sure that that gets turned right down to 10%, please. And let's lock these gimbals. Right, okay, we want to control, please. I would also like to control from here, please. Control from here. Hang on a second. That's 77 meters a second. That doesn't feel right. Let's just get the capture burn, right? Set that up and then I'll figure out whether it's at the same time. Let's get the capture burn in. There we go. Fantastic. Let's now switch over to the MUN, please. Cool. So that's in 1 day, 1 minute. I think I just want to make sure that it captures first. Just as long as we do that, 100 meters a second, Unlock the fuel. So that is a 10-second burn, dude. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that that captured quickly. So that's a 10-second burn. Okay, so we would have 10 seconds to capture it, and then we can figure out what we're doing after that. Okay. Alright, let's do the last satellite to deploy then. I have a bad feeling that's gonna hit. You know what, I'm just gonna decouple it. Donk! Invisible hitboxes! Let's extend our solar panels. Right, so that should now... That should now be on a collision course with the Mun. Oh, right. Wheel authority down to 10. Gimbal free. Needs to be all locked, please. Locked. Locked. And locked. Perfect. Okay, it is passing under that, so that's good. Alright, let's get the encounter and we'll see where it is. And I have a feeling it should be... This one should be the first one to come to the encounter, I think. We'll see. And this one I just want to capture as well. So nice and simple. Right, let's go to the tracking center and hope that everything is spaced out by at least like 5 minutes each. Because the capture burns shouldn't take too long, but... Okay, so let's have a look. So those two capture burns there. So that one's first. Then this one, then that one. That one's the longer burn anyway, so that one's the last one, that one's good. Right, let's go do this. We'll do the capture burns and then, yeah, then we'll launch the Minmus stuff.